Hi, this is a review of the Vomach over-ear wired stereo gaming headset. This is model V1 or Pro V1. Overall, it's a pretty basic headset that is not one of my favorite units for a few different reasons. And the first being just the microphone on this unit is pretty much useless, unfortunately. One, not very good sounding if you can get it without interference. I could not. So I'm going to insert a couple little audio clips here that will let you hear me speaking into this microphone, and then another short clip of me speaking into the microphone on another gaming headset that I had just reviewed. I went back to that one mainly because with this one, I was picking up a local radio station here, WGN in Chicago, just about as loud as my voice. So obviously in the cabling here, probably not shielded at all because I've never really had this much interference. But let me run those audio clips for you now.
Donations.
This is just a test of the audio quality of the headset microphone on the Vomach Pro V1 gaming headset.
This is a test of recording audio on a different headset. This is a test of recording audio on a different headset. Okay, so as you can hear there, a lot of interference with the microphone. You're hearing a radio station over it. In your area, I don't know, maybe you won't have any interference at all, but that just leads me to believe again that the cable is not very well shielded. And the cable itself, while it looks like it has a fabric covering, unfortunately, if you can see that on the microphone, the nylon or fabric covering is then covered by a plastic, which when you have these, like on my iPhone sitting here charging, when you have these little nylon cables, they're very slick and they're made so they don't kink up, so they don't tangle easily. Putting a fabric and then putting a plastic over that, it just doesn't make sense. It's just really stupid because the plastic is a little more, a little less forgiving when it comes to kinking and tangling and that, as it's a, it's not a very slick material. But I could forgive that. One thing I do want to mention, I did see a bunch of reviews on this unit saying that people plugged in the USB cable. As you can see, there's actually 3 cables on this. There's a USB cable, and then there is one with the green color on it, one with the red color on it. This is your microphone for the red. The green is your headphones. The USB cable is strictly only there to light up the pretty lights on the side of the unit. If you plug it into your USB on any computer, any power bank, it'll light those up. And as I plug that in here, you'll see the pretty blue light. But the USB cable has absolutely nothing to do, and we'll pull that out. There you go. The USB cable has absolutely nothing to do with the sound. So if you're plugging just that into your computer and you think the headset is broke, you gotta use the audio cables. You can't just use the USB. It's strictly there to power the lights. And I've seen this on a bunch of headphones like this, so I just wanted to point that out. You have to use the audio cables. The USB is not for audio. A lot of people seem to miss out on that. So besides the fact that the microphone is pretty useless, how does this act as a set of headphones, as a headset? The sound is actually pretty decent on the headphones part of it. It does not have any of the super bass or super rumble like other headsets that I have tested in this price range. So it really all depends what you're looking for when it comes to that part of it. I don't like a super accentuated bass, but for gaming, having a little rumble I think maybe adds to the fun. This doesn't have that. And the overall fit on this I found to be just a little too, I know it's hard to tell on the camera, but there's not a lot of force here. There's not a lot of snapback. So I found these to be a little loose when wearing them. If you do a quick couple head moves, that you can see it's coming right off my ear. And I've got a big head, so, for people with smaller heads, I think these are going to be a little bit too loose. So, unfortunately, with all of that said, not a gaming headset that I can really recommend. The microphone's horrible. The cable just is confusing with the plastic covered cable, and the sound, while decent, if you're using it for gaming, if you're buying something with a microphone, that really kills it for me, because if the microphone doesn't work, what use is the headset, I suppose? So for that reason, can't give this one a recommended. If you have any questions that we didn't cover here, feel free to put those down in the comments. We do follow those, and we'll definitely try to give you an answer if you have one. But unfortunately, for this headset, not recommended. Again, this has been a review of the Vomach over-ear wired stereo gaming headset. The model is the V1 Pro. One was provided for the purpose of this review, but that does not guarantee a good review. I am Darren O'Neill. Thanks for watching.